Welcome back to the channel, guys. This video is going to be about the 2020 FA Cup final between Arsenal and Chelsea. It was also known as the Heads Up final. This was a issue spearheaded by His Royal Highness the Duke of Cambridge, who is now the Prince of Wales, and the Football Association. It helped influence and popularise of football to help with mental health issues, and also to help with issues at the time of the pandemic and encourage people to talk about their mental health issues. Because as you can remember, that in 2020 we had the pandemic where everything was stopped, we were closed down, football and all sports were, and we weren't allowed to go in. The final was played on the 1st of August 2020 and not on the 23rd of May 2020 as it should have been due to the COVID pandemic. No one in the crowd. It was also the only football FA Cup final that has been played to an empty stadium, and the referee was Anthony Taylor. Anthony Taylor became the second referee to referee an FA Cup final since Arthur Kingscott in 1901. His assistant referees were Gary Beswick and Adam Nunn. Fourth official was Chris Kavanagh. The reserve referee was Lee Betts, and the VAR was Stuart Atwell. Anthony Taylor was given the final due to having no fans, family or friends, and the FA thought it'd be unfair to give it to someone that had never taken the FA Cup final before. It was a repeat of the 2002 and 2017 FA Cup finals between Arsenal and Chelsea, of which Arsenal won the 2002 2-0 and the 2017 2-1. It was also the 21st cup match between the two clubs. Managers Mikel Arteta and Frank Lampard had both won the FA Cup as players with their respective teams, and it was 139th edition of the FA Cup. As you can see, the routes to the final: Arsenal played Leeds United at home and won 1-0. Then they went away to Bournemouth, won 2-1. Then they played Portsmouth away and won 2-0. Sheffield United in the quarter-final away 2-1. And Manchester City at Wembley, they won 2-0. Chelsea had a similar straightforward run where they beat Nottingham Forest in the third round 2-0. Hull City away 2-1. Liverpool in the fifth round 2-0. Leicester City away in the quarter-finals 1-0. And Manchester United 3-1 at Wembley. The match ended with Arsenal winning by 2-1. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang scored both goals for Arsenal, and Christian Pulisic scored for Chelsea. Christian Pulisic became the first American to score in a final, and Aubameyang was the first player from Gabon to score in a final. Both teams played their normal formations. Chelsea played 3 at the back, 4 in midfield and 3 up front, where Arsenal played 3 at the back, 4 in midfield and 3 up front, the same. Olivier Giroud was playing against his former side, and the match went to finished in normal time with Arsenal winning 2-1. As you can see, Dani Ceballos got booked in the second half for Arsenal, and Chelsea had a number of players booked, but also had Mateo Kovacic sent off in the 73rd minute. The 2 goal scorers were Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang from Arsenal with 2 goals, a penalty and a lob in the second half, and Christian Pulisic for Chelsea in the first half. Itself kicked off at 5:30 in the evening to an empty Wembley Stadium. The first chance fell to Arsenal in the 3rd minute when Ashley Maitland-Niles crossed the ball to Aubameyang, who headed just wide, and in the 4th minute Mason Mount shot for 20 yards, which Martinez pushed away for a corner. Chelsea looked to take the lead through Pulisic in the 5th minute. A pass from Mount took it into the penalty area. Mount passed back over to Giroud, and Giroud passed to Pulisic, who shot and scored from close range. Like I said, became the first American to score in an FA Cup final. In the 8th minute, Pepe shot from a distance, but it was saved by Chelsea keeper Willy Caballero. And then minutes later, Pulisic evaded holding, but his shot was saved by Martinez. In the 13th minute, Kovacic was yellow carded for a foul on Xhaka. Ceballos took the free kick, but it was high and the match was then halted for drinks. In the 23rd minute, Pepe's shot from 20 yards flew into the net, but it was ruled offside. In the 28th minute, Aubameyang was brought down by Azpilicueta, and he was booked, and Aubameyang made it 1-1 from the spot kick. After the penalty, Christensen replaced Azpilicueta, injured his leg while tackling Aubameyang. Mount crossed to Jorginho, who was shot wide, well over the bar in the 37th minute. Pepe was tripped by Christensen in the 44th, but no penalty was given, and it ended at the end of the first half by 1 to all. Subs at the start of the second half. There was a free kick off of Pulisic to dribble past Arsenal defence, but shot wide. Chelsea dominated the early steps of the second half, and in the 62nd minute, Pedro crossed to James, and his shot was well off target. In the 67th minute, Arsenal took the lead. Bellerin ran with the ball, tackled by Christensen. Pepe collected the loose ball before running past Kurt Zouma and lifting the ball over to Aubameyang, who then slotted it past Willy Caballero. Drinks were taken, and in the 73rd minute, Chelsea were reduced to 10 men when Kovacic was sent off after fouling Xhaka. In the 78th minute, or 12 minutes to go, Chelsea made a triple substitution when Barkley, Hudson-Odoi and Abraham came on for Mount, Rudiger and Giroud. In the 80th minute, Arsenal sent on Nketiah to replace Lacazette. Then Lewis came off due to a leg injury, and Socrates was brought on. In the 89th minute, Barkley was booked, and the match went into 7 minutes of added time. 90+2, a corner from Pedro, was gathered by Martinez, and he injured his shoulder, and a lot of time was wasted while Pedro was treated. He left the pitch on a stretcher. It went into further time added on, and 90+14, the referee blew the whistle, and Arsenal had won the FA Cup for a record 14th time. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang was voted man of the match. Like I said, it was Arsenal's 14th win, which was a record. The record for a manager is held by Arsene Wenger, and the winners would enter the group stage of the Europa League and play in the Charity Shield against Liverpool. We're going to go and wrap this up in the back now, guys. Like I said, it was played during the pandemic. Whatever your memories are of this game, if you'd like to drop them down in the comments box, that would be brilliant. If you could also subscribe, it doesn't cost you anything but helps the channel immensely. Give me a big thumbs up and let me know if there are any matches that you would like me to cover on this channel. Thank you once again for watching. Until the next time, take care.